What's up, everybody, and welcome back to CountryCast. Today's news story surrounds Kelly Clarkson again, but this time, Kelly Clarkson took it upon herself to actually reveal what has been helping her cope with this nasty divorce from her estranged husband, Brandon Blackstock. Back in June, Kelly Clarkson filed for divorce against Brandon, and it has just been kind of unraveling ever since. This thing is really showing its face and just been really nasty for the couple and their kids as well. I mean, their kids are in the mix of this. It started all back when Starstruck Management first reached out and wanted to sue Kelly Clarkson for what they claimed to be $1.4 million in commissions that Kelly owed them. We know that Brandon worked under Starstruck Management Group and was her personal manager during their time together as well. Then flip over to Kelly's side. She wins primary custody of the kids when Brandon wanted the primary custody, but Kelly comes out on top there, wins the primary custody. Then Brandon asks for $400,000 a month from Kelly. And then recently, we just covered this, did a video where Kelly's saying that Brandon defrauded her for millions of dollars. That was according to a TMZ report. So this whole thing has just been a big mess, and I'm sure that both parties are having a hell of a time going through this. But Kelly Clarkson, I think, kind of revealed a little bit of how she's feeling and what she used to kind of cope with all of what's happening. Because let's face it, this is a lot happening, and for anyone out there who's been through this, sure knows that there is a lot of grief. There's probably anger, confusion, frustration, you name it. Emotions are running so high during a time like this, and again, children are involved. So, of course, it is really a devastating time and turn of events when you look at how each side has kind of been playing back and forth during this divorce. But what is it that has helped Kelly Clarkson cope throughout this difficult time in her life? Well, Garth Brooks was a guest recently on her show, The Kelly Clarkson Show, and the two had dialogue about divorce and just what it feels like to go through something like this. And Kelly Clarkson revealed that The Dance, one of Garth Brooks' most beautiful songs, was a big help and played a big role in trying to figure out just what it was mentally and emotionally that she was feeling throughout this time. She tells Garth Brooks, "So I'm going through a divorce, and there's been like a lot of books and people always giving you stuff to help, especially when you have kids and stuff. And I know that you have been divorced as well. And there's so much shame and guilt, and everybody sends you stuff. And I was just kind of working through it. I couldn't quite nail down the feeling. Like you don't want to crap on it. Like you don't want to say that the relationship doesn't count or matter, but you don't know what to put in it because it didn't work out how you wanted. So anyway, I kid you not, I was listening to my playlist and The Dance came on. And I was like, no, that's the thing. That's it. Not only did The Dance be a part of her coping mechanism, but it also opened the door for a new song for Kelly to write, and it played a big role in helping her find those emotions that she has been looking for throughout this whole process. And now she said she's kind of laying it out in a song very similar to The Dance, but not the same. She responds to Garth and says, "So I literally, not like your song, like a ripoff, but I literally wrote this whole thing therapeutically for me. And it's actually on my next album." So there it is, folks. Her next album will have a song that she's written about this whole period of her life. She continues and says, "The whole come around, the little tag part is like, even though my heart is broken, it was worth the dance anyway." Garth responded and said, "That's a beautiful song." Kelly then finishes out by saying, "I think of a lot of people that go through such a devastating thing. There's a lot of grief and a lot of loss and change, especially when you have kids. All of the books were helpful, but it's so funny, I guess because I'm a musician, but I was listening to The Dance and I got the point." It sounds as if Kelly Clarkson truly feels that at one point the relationship with Brandon Blackstock was really there and had a ton of meaning and just felt so right. And now, of course, obviously they have went through this full relationship. Things did not shake out in the way that I assumed they thought that they would, especially even an outsider looking in with how happy these guys always looked together when they were putting out, public social media stuff, and everything just looked so great. And when you think of Garth Brooks' song The Dance, it sounds like it must truly work for Kelly if that was her thought process. I'm going to read off the first verse and chorus, and just that in itself is already enough of the song to really hear what I think Kelly was driving home there. The dance starts out, looking back on the memory of the dance we shared beneath the stars above. For a moment, all the world was right. How could I have known that you'd ever say goodbye? And now I'm glad I didn't know the way it all would end, the way it all would go. Our lives are better left to chance. I could have missed the pain, but I'd have had to miss the dance. So at one point, it does sound like there was a piece of their relationship there that was truly cherished, with Kelly Clarkson. Obviously, they have children as well, and we all cherish our children. But this has just been a really nasty time for the couple, and Kelly and Brandon have had their information go very public since the divorce became public. So we will see how this thing shakes out between the two of them. Obviously, it will be a continuous updated story on what's to come with these two, but we wish them the best, and we want to see everybody come out peaceful in this resolution and be able to continue and move on with their lives, especially the children involved. But guys, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. That will be it for today's video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button as well. Turn on those notifications so you never miss out on any breaking updates on your favorite country artist and all the news coming right out of Music City. Y'all stay country.